Arou, 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 pequerruchas. Eu tô online? Deixa eu ver. Alô, alô. Ué, por que tá errado isso aqui? Ô, caramba. Calma aí, como é que fazia mesmo? Comecei, Jujuba, deixa eu só acertar aqui. Como é que era? Não, não é isso. Esqueci aqui, pequeno. Ah, agora sim. Então eu tô online, né? Ah, hoje eu não preciso. Deixa eu ver se ficou bom. Aí. Porque eu tô jogando no PC, aí eu consigo ver as mensagenzinhas ali pela tela do computador. Pronto, vamos lá, vamos lá. Deixa eu ver o que tem aqui de opções, tutoriais, gráficozinhos. Deixei tudo no alto, deixa assim mesmo. Tem legenda, porém não é dublado em português. Censurar nudez. Ai, por quê? Deixa eu ver se ficou certo aqui. Certo. Trajes da saga e do Alan. Trocada, dá problema? Só besteira aqui. Dane-se. Começar, vai. Normal. Vamos ver como é que é esse 2.
Back to the beginning. We
Ah,
all come to a story with hopes and
é misturado
expectations,
com
looking
o
for an
vídeo
answer.
também.
Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Pero.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Se minha voz está baixa, então tá bom. Depois que eu tô vendo ali. Um godinho. Sou um godinho. Mas... Viadinho. Mas... É um godinho. Sumiu. Luzes. Tiro. Caramba. Credo. Pequena. Credo. Mete o porreta.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
Já pensou se
I'm good,
o
Mom.
sobrenome
How are
dela
you?
fosse
This trip
Juliana
might take a little
Porreta?
longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Ultimamente os jogos estão com uns roteiros melhor do que dos filmes, né? Ó, o Max
Logan
Payne.
thinks you should try cheering up.
Verdade, esqueci que ele
Snarky
participa
kid.
desse jogo.
Wonder where she gets
Quer
that
dizer, não é o
from.
Max Payne, mas é o ator dos jogos, não do filme.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town.
E eu acho que
Feel
ele
like
não é
the
só
killer's
ator, acho
leaving
que ele é o
us a
produtor
message.
também.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take the lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Engraçado, né?
Time to
O
get to
cara
work.
produz 3 jogos, põe a cara dele nos 3. Tem um quarto, mas é ele velho. Ou é, ou é ele velho é o terceiro? Que eu joguei na live. Não lembro. Ele tá
A
até no
deputy was
Brasil.
supposed to be here to show us to the
E aí
crime
ele
scene.
fica conhecido
There's the car,
forever.
so where's the deputy?
Tá rodando a
Eaten
30
by a bear.
FPS.
I'll check out that map.
Que estranho. Convite. Ah, bem que será que esse jogo é meio pesadinho. Ou ponto errado. Maybe. Olha eu ali, ó. Não sei se eu
I
diminui
think I
algumas
hear
coisas. Acho que
someone.
eu diminui umas coisinhas aqui, calma aí. Hum, vou colocar para aumentar a qualidade. Equilibrado.
Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Pera aí, pequena. Eu não testei antes, como sempre, né? Pronto, agora acho que vai melhorar. Onde tá tremendo? Dá. Deixar no médio. Nada again. Ah, tem Ray Tracing, ó. Ixi, Maria, vai estourar o computador. Ah, é aquele é mal produzido mesmo o jogo. Nada again. Vou ligar o Ray Tracing, peraí. Deixar no médio, ó, dane-se. Eita, até travou o jogo. Ixi, Maria. Eita porra. Rapaz, tá carregando as coisas ainda. Desliga, desliga. Pelo amor de Deus. Deixa isso aqui no alto. Ah, é isso mesmo? Só isso mesmo. Bora, vai. Para de enrolar, deixa assim mesmo. Depois eu vejo alguma configuração melhor na internet.
Hey, over here.
Over here.
Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take
Ah,
over the case.
começou.
You're half right. Anderson?
Era bom colocasse o Loki nesse jogo.
Saga Anderson, I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, that, The federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store.
Eles
You
acharam um
can't miss
gordinho.
it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here with me. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Quadro de casos. Lugar mental.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Right.
The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Assassinar, método de matar. Vítimas desaparecidas. Nossa, que aquele gordinho era o Percy Wolf. Sim, né? Tá bom. Caramba, ela criou isso aí na mente dela. Trabalhar no caso. Como é que eu saio por aqui?
I see you're already
É,
hard at work, Anderson.
não pausa
Close
o
to
jogo.
cracking it.
We're just getting
Entendi.
started. Let's head down a hill to the crime scene.
Okay,
Que loucura, né, pequenininha?
gives me a headache. Too much sky.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that have the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Vou fazer assim também quando eu tiver que descer de algum lugar. Ih, eu só falei. Mas pequena, o mato é assim. Eu não queria morar no mato, então. Esse é o mato raiz. Ela quer morar no mato
Not a bad
mimimi.
place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Mas
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
ali, ó. Godinho.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't
Peladão.
touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Modus operandi. Como é que eu investigo?
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Permite.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Tem que colocar essas coisas aí, é? Uma nova pergunta. Investiga. Eu investiguei corpo, já acabou? Deixa eu ver. Ah, tem que ver isso aqui, é?
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart
Mas
removed.
que... Aí eu tenho que vir aqui.
Nah.
Ué, precisa não?
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Não, dedução. Bloquear todas. Descubra mais sobre a vítima, descubra mais sobre o assassinato. Ué. Ah. Entendi.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Redução disponível.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
Investigação. Ferver,
Someone was
brejas.
drinking beer.
Com certeza
They
então
spent
não era
time
o
here, waiting.
Red Pill lá.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Para depois. Ué. É. E tinha brejas.
Any idea who the victim is?
É, a
Oh,
vítima.
I sure do. His name is Nightingale.
Campari.
He was FBI.
É, qual
He
era o
came to
nome? Era
town
o
about 13
cara do
years ago.
Campari, não era esse o
And I
nome?
haven't heard a word about him since. Until now.
Lá vai.
Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably know him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Examinar o entorno. Falar com quem?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. We were working the cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end.
Barulheira
Got the
danada,
referee
viu?
quick after that.
Fundamental.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Ué.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Ué.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Ué.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came
What?
from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch. It goes click. Lights
Ah,
are
lembrei, é o
off.
calvo do
It's
Campari.
somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too.
This mug always cheers me up.
Tá carregando as texturas.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly noon. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
I didn't know trees.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and
Old
edits
school.
added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These
Read the
words
book.
felt like a message.
Felt like a
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation.
Não carrega
How
essa
could they
textura.
not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now.
Tô entendendo nada, pequeno.
Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Ó, tem que ir no... Tem que ir no peito do
Found
cara.
all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what
I made it
happens to
back.
who.
Good.
Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those
Onde é que
big,
começa a emoção nesse jogo?
crazy flooding down there, huh? Just
Hoje eu
like I
tô meio
said.
com sono. Cadê? Não dá pra ver o corpo não?
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination.
Tô tentando entender, pequeno.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks.
Pronto. Tem que ir pra
Let's
Bright
get the
Falls
car,
agora.
drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
Chave aqui?
Right. I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Burgess is
Caramba.
pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Ela tá no celularzinho, né?
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they've seen much stuff this gruesome.
Isso aqui.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Aprimorar armas.
He hates those cheesy crime books,
Meio-dia.
but he really hates the movies.
Elia gosta de dar seus dormidos. Eu tenho 2. Não tá dormindo tarde, pequena? Eu durmo tarde. Tem esse costume, mau costume.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
Tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
É, pequena. Conseguindo, né? Onde que eu tenho que ir? Não. Ah, tem que segurar pra abrir o mapa. Não sei. É ali, ó. Ela disse que já volta, né? Então...
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Bright Falls.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach
É,
out so
pequena.
directly before.
Negócio, né?
Damn impressive
Pessoa com mau
work so
costume.
far. With your
Nem
tech
dar o
lead,
bumbum.
things
É um mau
lunches were
costume.
moving fast.
Pô, eu comprei a base
I wasn't sure
branca.
about taking a case so far from home, but
Foi uma boa ideia.
I'm
Porque a base
thrilled
branca
to
eu
be
não
here
vejo
for this
direito os
mystery.
defeitos. Tem que lixar esse boneco aqui. Caramba.
Need
Se
to
eu
swing by the
soubesse que
lodge
era
to get
esse
anything
trabalho,
from
eu
the
tinha
field
comprado
office.
logo uma impressora de
I'll park
resina.
there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Né?
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Dei uma lixadinha aqui enquanto tava passando o videozinho aí. Eu seria melhor usar a mais fina. Não, eu não comprar não, nem paguei essa. Bom, enfim. E then again! Unidade Games me ensina como ficar acordado jogando um jogo de investigação que não carrega as texturas.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my I mean our Let me guess. The
Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's
Eu
finest.
odeio jogo que
Nice
não
to meet you,
carrega
Sheriff.
textura, me dá uma raiva.
I'm
É que nem
Second
o
Casey.
Avatar, era
No, I wouldn't say no to another.
mesma coisa.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people
Quero chegar logo na
besides the
parte
known
de
victims
pintar.
go missing?
Sure.
Fica enrolando, não chega nunca.
Mike was fast off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
Não, pequena.
I'm a
Eu
writer.
quero que fique com aparência
Came
lisa.
from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
E tá aparecendo umas marquinhas.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard
Eu
shooting.
quero que fique estilo profissional. Pra pessoa dizer, caramba, como profissional que fez, eu vou dizer não.
They were
Fui eu.
shooting into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Vai prestando atenção aí, pequena, na história, depois tu me conta.
What makes you say it was a cult?
Meio aqui, hein, enquanto eu lixo aqui.
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found it. The whole thing was terrifying.
Mas eu devia ter comprado o Prime de outra cor.
This is exactly what I hate.
Ah, é verdade. Então não, pequena. Não. Não, então não. Não.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers,
Não.
not a lone serial killer. The cult of the tree.
Não.
The Booker's telling me.
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back.
Pô, a mulher falou que essa base
My
branca
keepers,
aqui
Ed.
era mó fácil tirar
The
as linhas de
publisher will
impressão.
want this on the cover.
Duas, uma, ou eu fiz errado,
A necklace
ou ela
belonging to one of
exagerou.
the cultists.
Foi aquela mulher, foi aquela mulher lá que disse que ganha 30 conto por mês. Carai,
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake.
vou usar o que ela usa, né?
This was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Ou então, se eu não chegar a ser a nível profissional, que seja o mais próximo possível. Pra pessoa falar, caramba, você já fez isso antes, né? Eu vou dizer, não. Nunca fiz isso antes. Já não.
Hey there, Mr. Deer.
Não,
You remind me of a dream I had.
não é possível, você não é profissional. Não sou profissional, não. Tem certeza? Eu vou dizer, não sou, não. Aí a pessoa vai querer começar a brigar comigo. Por que você tá mentindo? Por que você mente pras pessoas? Me conta o motivo que você tá mentindo. Eu vou dizer, não, não tô mentindo, não. Eu não sou profissional, eu juro, eu juro, eu juro. Aí ela vai querer me bater. Eu vou dizer, peraí, eu vou ligar pra minha namorada aqui que é negra, peraí. Aí vai ser uma confusão. É, acho que é melhor nem falar, né? Acho que é melhor dizer que eu sou profissional mesmo. Sou profissional. Bom, essa cafeteria eu sei que é do primeiro jogo. Não dá pra ler nada. Cadê a textura? Não sei nem o que eu tô fazendo aqui. Ah, eu falei com os caras, é, né?
You can go ahead, Anne.
Deixa eu ver um negócio aqui, antes que eu morra de raiva. Tem uma coisa aqui relacionada à textura, resolução da textura. Média. Olha lá.
We'll be here.
Agora sim, ó, se carregar, já vou ficar com menos raiva. Com menos raiva. Deixa eu ver se carregou aquele bilhetinho lá. É, tá legível, né? Mas tá descarregando de novo, ó. Será que é porque é um jogo bagunça? É bagunça? Pode ser, né? É bagunça aí. Não sei, depois eu vejo na internet depois da live. O que eu tenho que fazer aqui? Não sei. Quais são meus objetivos? Interroga testemunhos na lanchonete. Ué, eu já não falei? Tem mais? Cadê?
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Estão brigando com a mulher? Não briguem. Por que eles não me ajudam a lixar em vez de estar brigando? Pera aí, só uma lixadinha aqui, ó. Será que ficou bom? Não sei, depois eu tenho que olhar direito. Tá, apertei o A, mais um filminho.
Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl.
Não, pequena, não.
How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're
Só se você quiser.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter?
Será que eu tinha que ter passado massa?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking
Pode
out
ser,
your
né?
traumatic memories.
Onde eu passei
Happens
massa.
on TV all the time. No.
É que eu vi um vídeo.
You're
Um cara
mistaken
falou,
for
ó.
someone else.
Você quer saber uma dica? Vou te dar uma dica. Ele falando no vídeo, não falando pra mim. Passa a massa em tudo. Passa a massa na peça inteira. Depois vem, ó. Vral, 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 vral. Só lixando. Acho que ele tem uma certa razão, viu? Vral, 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 vral. Vem assim, ó. Olha pra essa parte aqui, ó. Eu tô sentindo com a unha aqui. Eu passo a unha e não tá liso, ó. Peraí, dá uma lixadinha aqui, peraí. Só uma lixadinha, peraí. Uma pequena lixadinha. Pronto. Eu posso tentar, né? Um modelo mais fácil de início, né?
All set?
Porque esse aqui do
My guys have a handy
Homem-Aranha,
out the morgue if you're ready
ele
to go take a look.
tem
Let's go.
muitos detalhes. Fica ruim de
Well, let's
lixar.
see. I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something.
Are we? I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Morning, Sheriff.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier.
Morning,
Have a good one, Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Eu ia até a sala de
Hey, boss.
necrópsia.
Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Nossa senhora. Que bug é esse? Sei lá.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Morning.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues
Eu
can the
acho
body give me?
que ter tirado o coração dele pode ter
The body
causado a
shows
morte.
signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing. How'd they manage that?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't
E vim aqui fazer isso aqui, ó.
strike me as a tattoo guy.
Não funcionou não, pequeno. Não carregou a textura.
They did leave something inside his chest.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down. Keep trying.
Aí não é aqui, eu tenho que...
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Nightingale.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Papelzão.
It's the same type of page we found at Colgan Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Ué. O cara acordou. Mas aí.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
A luz. Tentar ficar na luz para o inimigo não me detectar.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now.
Cadê minhas armas? Dois tirinhos. Na cara. In the face. 2 shots. Ué. Acabou o capítulo já.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Musiquinha. Não, peraí.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Seita da árvore.
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into a twisted world.
Tá bom, né?
Can't be opened on this side. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. You all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Ué.
Yeah, right.
Abriu, porque eu não abri também.
Crazy.
Oxi.
Monsters aren't real. And what do you mean the sheriff
Não.
disappeared? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
I need bolt cutters.
Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
Olhando. Olha lá, bug. Eita, bug da bichinha.
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear. I'm a
Televisão.
tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. We've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season.
Um programinha.
A bear. Help.
Tem nada aqui de bom.
Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh, wow.
My client has been held here long enough.
Ah, posso pegar as coisas, então tô pegando.
Just a moment, ma'am.
Acho que é do
Someone will be
FBI.
right with you.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh?
I want
My
out.
wits end with
Something bad's going down. I can feel it. Let me out.
Let me out.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have.
O
Can you call
Cínio.
it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Tudo bugado, pequena. As texturas.
Yeah, Agent
Ah.
Casey here. Yeah. We need backup.
Aí não
The
dá,
Berry
né?
Falls case, whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree.
Por que está tudo bugado,
But it's our best
pequena?
lead.
Olha lá. Aí eu venho aqui. Pra ver se desbuga. E não desbuga. Desbugou. Daqui a pouco buga novamente. Olha lá. Tum. Pô, mano, aí é triste, viu? Tô triste, tá triste. Tô triste. I'm sad. Sad boy. Vou colocar no mais cagado, peraí. Pô. Será que volta o bug? Olha lá, 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 lá. Pum. Voltou. Deve ser. Aí é triste, hein? Ó, tô parada. Vou andar, peraí. Ih. Tá bugando, tá bugando, tá bugando. Tá bugando, tá bugando. Tá bugou.
rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
Além do sono. Tudo bugado.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wink's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page
Cuidou
says
aí?
Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
Deixa eu acabar dando uma lixadinha aqui, peraí.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Um segundinho. Vamos ver. Cara, por causa da massa minha mão fica toda branca.
Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Caramba. Mas é muito mais branco.
About the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
There. How are you folks doing? Those restricted
Hello.
area signs.
Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna de vista. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalanpiirre.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe.
Pra ver que eu comprei umas limas pequenas. Com a lima mó bom de lixar.
That's all I've got for the moment.
What the hell is this?
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Raccoons, my ass.
Let's get to the murder side, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Not me.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Onde é, Deus? Não é aqui? Aqui, ó.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters, overlaps, rituals.
Ah, é.
What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the
E é de ferro.
acting out their
É
sick
rígido.
fantasy.
Aí tem várias aqui. Veio um kit com. Acho que é 10, 3, 6. É.
But with dead men
Aí tem
coming
vários
alive,
formatos.
the word ritual starts to have more
Eu
weight
achei
behind
muito
it.
melhor do que ele lixar com o papel. Só que eu não sei se elas têm a durabilidade do. Muito grande, né? Aí eu não sei. São 10 lixinhas.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you come through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Como é que eu sei que ele foi pra cá? Cadê onde que eu enfio isso aqui? Ok. Era uma casa toda bugada. Não tinha textura, não tinha nada. O jogo do Avatar não era no modo bagunça e tava a mesma coisa. Como é que eu leio isso? Aí lá.
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Aonde? Ah. sei nem pra onde é que tem que ir. Só tô indo. Ver o mapa aqui. Local do crime. Ponto de interesse. Ponto de interesse. É isso aqui o ponto de interesse. Não isso, quero dizer. A casa aqui, ó. Não tô vendo nada aqui pra pegar. Merda. Eita, bug da bexiga. Não vou entender nada. Muito bugado, pequeno. Não tá carregando as texturas. Tá cagado esse jogo. Será que é por isso que o povo meteu o pau no jogo? Isso tá cagado.
Hey, Casey. What's the bar's favorite shake?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Não sei nem pra onde eu tô indo, não sei nem pra onde é que tem que ir. A grande realidade é essa daí. O que é isso vermelho marcado? Siga o rastro de Nightingale. Mas qual é o rastro dele? O que? Isso é o Alan Wake 1 ou 2? Olha lá. Como é que eu vou jogar com esse bug da bexiga? Não tô entendendo nada. Tem que consertar isso, senão eu tomar minhas providências.
There's another lunchbox.
Tô procurando o rastro. Corretão aqui, ó. Onde que vai dar isso aqui? Lá. Então eu vou lá. O chão está me engolindo. Voltei, cara. Não consegui achar o rastro do cara. Porque tá tudo bugado. Ó, aqui não tava bugado, agora tá tudo bugado, ó. Caramba. Oh, Deus. O que será? Será? Vou apertar aqui, ó. Vamos ver se arruma. Não. Opa, botou errado. Deixa eu ver. Liga isso de novo. Deixa eu pensar. Eu não tô entendendo, pequena. Ele fica um tempo aí depois. Tchuc. Será que é isso daqui? Oi? Será? Peraí, cadê o chat? Deixa eu ver. Ah, vai começar com a putaria. Aí eu ponho no chat. Aí some o jogo. Pô, tá aí é de lascar, viu? Como é que eu faço? Não sei nem se tá aparecendo certo. Ai, Deus, por quê? Que logo hoje?
The North Side Slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the
Agora tá
bodies in the
aparecendo
forest.
certo, né? É. Parece que agora vai ficar boa a textura, hein? Até agora não cagou, ó. Tá bom, né? Agora eu tô vendo as pegadas dele, ó. É. Aqui, ó. Agora tá travando. É tudo uma escolha aqui.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far. What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
O pior é que eu já estive na Witch Hut. Tá travando. É aqui, não é? Ah, é. Tem que virar pra cá, assim.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep
Não
checking in.
fusível.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
E agora de enfiar esse fusível. Esse lá do outro lado da pontezinha aqui, ó.
This fuse is busted.
Eu já vi. Era cachorro. Aqui, ó.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Tá bom.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign.
Posso salvar o progresso no
Saga
descanso.
addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Salvei.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing
Mas agora tá
something
carregando
a
textura.
ritual.
Eu fico contente. Acredite se quiser, mas agora eu estou contente.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place
Quero lixar minhas pecinhas.
next stop. Caldera Street Station.
Sempre que tiver um
Leading
filminho,
to Nightingale.
eu vou
It's somehow connected to a
lixar
tree. Which is
minhas pecinhas.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist loomed close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it.
Se eu
I don't have what I
tivesse
need to find Nightingale's heart.
uma impressora de resina, muito provavelmente eu não estaria fazendo isso. Mas toda a internet falou: você começa com uma de filamento. A internet tá falando, né? É porque é real e verdade com certeza absoluta.
Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store,
Mas
the witch had stolen his heart.
me enganaram.
Out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
Querem me enganar? Já me enganaram, na verdade. Eles não querem, não. Deixa eu só dar uma mini lixadinha aqui. Aí eu tenho que passar o primer. Mas eu comprei o primer para passar com pincel. Acho que ele não é muito bom não, porque eu passei uma camada e ficou aparecendo o pretume da massa. Eu não quero que apareça o preto da massa. Não, pequena. Na internet inteira falou.
I need to check the general store.
Deu, a de filamento,
I'm headed to the general store.
ela é
I think I know how to get into the
excelente para iniciante. Eu sou iniciante. Aí que eu falei, eu sou iniciante.
Did you get lost?
E a de filamento é bom para iniciante. Se eu sou iniciante, então vou comprar a iniciante. Comprei. Me arrependo? Não. Mas a lixação é um saco. Procure o coração no mercado. Onde que é esse mercado? Ah, tá. Tá ali. Então tá bom. Elia não queria falar, mas Elia falou. Caramba. Minha filha, se eu soubesse que era esse trabalho todo pra lixar, eu tinha comprado de resina, né? Eu ia saber. Porque na internet o pessoal só conta maravilhas, né? Problema? Não é problema não. Foi excelente, foi excelente. Ah, aí sim, hein? Não sei o que, aí tu vai ver. Aí tu vai ver. Correu. O filamento é bom para peças maiores. Isso aí eu pesquisei também. Para peças maiores ele é bom. O que é isso?
Occultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Finalmente uma emoçãozinha. Deixa eu usar esse analgésico antes que... Me curei. Pronto, jogo. Tá feliz?
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream. And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Tentar a sorte no balcão. No balcão? Cadê o balcão? Ali? Tentar a sorte balcão. Isso é um balcão, certo? Cadê? Tô errado. Não! Droga! Usei uma bateria à toa. Olha lá. Atualizar o código. Ué. Leitura. Interpretação de sonhos. 202.555. Ó, 5 para 13 dá 8, 8, 4, 4, 6, 8, 4, 6. Ué. Como assim? Tem vários códigos aqui, ó. Ele diz try luck. Então é aqui, ó. Temos o A 5, 13, 17, 23, 9, 45. Será que é 7, 2, 3? Não. Não é 7, 2, 3. Não é 7, 7, 7. Não é 7, 1, 7. Não é 713. 713. 723. 705. 13, 17, 23. 13, 17, 23. 5. Ah! Então ou é 5, 13, 17, 23. Ou é 7, 3, 9 ou 7, 4, 5. Entendi. 7, 3, 9 ou 7, 4, 5. Sete, 3, 9, 7, 3, 9. Tem que levar o coração. Eita, travando danado. O meu computador é brabo. Esse jogo é meio cagado, hein?
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay.
Onde que eu tenho que levar mesmo?
I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case.
Onde que eu realizo o ritual? Ah, é ali, ó. Que diabo é uma justa posição? Deixa eu ver. Aí vai aqui. Vai ser um mapa, né? Agora eu vou de ver. Tá. Ué. Ah, no vermelhinho, ó. Vermelhinho onde eu não posso passar. Ah. E como é que eu vou realizar o ritual se eu não posso passar nessa caramba? Tem que ser pela água? Sei, vamos ver.
Okay. I think that's all of them.
Vai aqui, né? Eu acho. Ou não é? Seria. Onde eu realizo o ritual? Ah, é ali? É. Não querendo mais nada. Engraçado que ela pega o coração, andou com ele no bolso, dane-se, né?
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror. I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey!
Tenho que derrotar o Nightingale.
Casey, do you read me? Logan? Logan! Where are you? What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things. What was that?
Alan está preso.
Did I get turned around? No, he's right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
Tudo vermelhão.
He's here. Nightingale. Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
Nem nada. Porque eu larguei o Wolverine? Porque eu larguei o Wolverine? Que Wolverine? Aquele joguinho lá? Ah, já acabou. Ué. Oxi, tu não lembra não que o último chefe é o Deadpool bugado lá? Ué, não entendi. Brincadeira, né? Pegou. É o quê? Colocou uma tag na live. Ah! Não, é que tava no outro jogo. É que eu não fiquei com preguiça de tirar. Tava um monte de tag lá. Mas eu não tirei não, todas. Depois que eu tinha tirado. Não saiu.
I have to get to safety.
Tava no joguinho do Wolverine. Das outras vezes não apareceu porque quando eu faço no videogame ele mesmo coloca a tag, entendeu? E agora, cadê a munição? Quero munição e onde eu vou achar? Caramba, pegou na árvore. Quero mais munição. Caraca. Cadê? Não morre? Morreu. Troncada. Tá bala no coco. No coco e no relógio. De acordo com o advogado negão no TikTok.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Ah, amanhã eu continuo pequeno, então.
I'm the head coach.
Vou lá segurar o doglinho.
Where are you?
How to escape?
Depois lixar.
In danger.
E agora minha vida é lixar por esse país.
Danger.
Pra ver se um dia eu tenho uma impressora de resina. Deixa eu só acabar essa cena aí.
Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! He got out!
Olha lá o Wake aí, ó.
My face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Anderson, where did you go? All of a sudden, the radio stopped working, and then that flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Ele salvou? Acho que salvou. Então deixa eu ir lá, pequena.
How? Am I still... Is this the dark place?